Right, so we're just checking our stack of PlayStations that we've gathered through over the years. I just thought it's time to go through these, get them listed. The PS2s, I already had one that I use for testing. I've actually put that one up for sale now, but I've only got one good power brick left for the PS2 Slims. So we're just going through these, testing them, and came to this one on top, which seemed to have a problem with its power, although it looks normal. So let's take this apart and have a look at it. Right, so like I was saying, we were just testing these, and let me untangle that wire. Right, so we've just got our PS2 Slim power brick all plugged in and connected. Trouble is, when we put this one in, at first I thought it was just dead and thought the power brick wasn't working, but if I hold it up close, is that light? Oh, I can't tell whether the light's on now. But yeah, the light's off, light's on, light's off, light's on. So I'm just wiggling around the power lead at the back of here, and you can see that light keeps coming on and off. When I first tested it, it wouldn't stay on. So you can see. So we've got a problem with the power on here. I know this is good because I've tested other Slims with it. Right, so let's going to take this apart and have a look at it. Right, so looking at this one, I mean, this is probably going to be my new keeper because on the bottom I've already taken the screws out of here, but all the feet were missing. Someone's obviously already had a go at this. The warranty sticker's gone. This, you know, the serial number and sticker, they've tried peeling all that off. It's like I say, all the feet were missing and the screws were exposed, so I think this has been apart previously anyway. So that's it. I've just taken the 6 screws out the bottom, and then it's as simple as just lifting the top off. Like that. There's nothing connected to it at all. To be honest with you, I have already looked in here to see what the problem was, but I thought it would be a good one to show everybody, because it probably is a common occurrence with the power. If the power is getting put in and out all the time, you'll see what can happen in a minute. I've already brushed this out and sort of cleaned the insides out with my brush and my cloth. So once you've got that out, you can actually take this little board out of there, which has got the power button in it, and then the whole thing should actually lift out. It says usually you just lift the back up first because the ports just stick through the front slightly, so you need to just lift the back up, then it will slide out. Right, so when I was taking a look at the power port, you know, it all looked okay, all looked pretty good. You know, you kind of like look at the back, that all looks absolutely fine until you look closer. Right, so I'm not sure whether you're going to be able to see on here. I shall try and get it in focus and maybe a bit closer in a minute. Right, so that's your power port, and as you can see, it's going to get pushed in and out all the time, and probably, you know, where it's picked up and moved, or if it falls, it's going to bend. So you can see that is a little bit wobbly. But then if you look closely, oh, I'm not sure whether you can see that moving, but there's a definite crack in that solder joint, which would make sense because, you know, this is getting pushed in, pulled out, and it can rock slightly. Oh, there you go, you can see the back of that lifting up. There you go, now you can see that cracked solder joint. So at least this is going to be a nice simple fix. Just going to quickly get that soldering iron heated up. Right, so I've got the soldering iron heated up. I don't have proper soldering paste, but currently I'm doing a house renovation in here, which is taking a while because I've got lots of other bits to do. This is just some flux paste that you use on copper piping. So I just use that because I've got it laying around. Expiry date February 2020. Oh well. Yeah, this is just like flux on a brush. I'm not going to use the brush, but just going to take a bit of flux and just going to dab it onto those connections, because we're going to basically remelt them, and the flux is going to help that just melt and reflow better. So all we need to do now, take our soldering iron, and we can literally just touch on there and remelt that solder. I'm going to add some more solder to that as well. Again, just make sure your iron's nice and hot, so you don't want to be holding your iron on there for too long, because you'll end up probably melting some plastic. So you just need that solder to melt. And reflow. Just not doing that well at the moment. Just going to turn my soldering iron up a bit. I'm just going to leave that to heat up a bit more. Just going to put the iron up to 350 degrees. I'm just going to spin this board around so it's easier for me to get my hands in there while still showing you. Right, so yeah, don't copy me, I'm not a professional solderer, I'm just a novice. Don't really do this much, but soldering iron's a bit warmer now, although the light's still on. So, just gonna heat this up. Just get some more solder on there. See, it's not melting that well. Bloody lead-free solder. I hate lead-free solder. So it should be a little bit hotter now. Just going to give it a tip a quick clean up. Right, so I'm just going to heat this up. I'm just going to add a bit of leaded solder to it as well. So there we go, there's that one. I'm going to do them all. Nope. The hand's slipping off of it. So there's that one, and then the big one. This is the one that was cracked. Add a bit of fresh leaded solder onto that. Take it away. Doesn't look too bad actually. Yeah, there we go. That should do it. Hopefully I didn't get my head in the way of that shot. Right, we're just going to take some IPA. Just got this Hexil, it's 99% alcohol. All I'm going to do is just soak a cotton bud in the end, just get all this flux off. So just going to put all the triple IPA all on here. Now I'm just going to take my toothbrush, rub it all in, get that all off. Some more of the IPA around there. Just want to get all this flux off. And that about does that. So let's have a quick look at it now. So focus. So yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Obviously you got no more movement in that now. That's actually nice and solid now. But yeah, I don't think that's too bad. A bit of soldering. We haven't managed to melt any plastic on this side, which is always good. Right, one last bit while we've got the IPA out. Just a bit on the cotton bud. Just going to wipe the lens. So just soak your cotton bud and just roll it over. That's it. That IPA will dry off of there. Leave it nice and clean. Right, so just I'm going to clean my tip with a bit of flux. Now I'm going to turn it off. Always leave a bit of solder on the end of your tip when you turn it off. That way it's stops it from, what do we call it? Just stops it from oxidizing. Keeps your tip nice and fresh. Although they're cheap tips anyway. I've already just destroyed a couple because they're just rubbish. Right, so now I'm just going to put it back in its case. Let's see if we have any luck. Just be careful of your power switch board there. Just slot that back in the hole. Right, let's bring it back down to eye level. Check out the power now. That's it, we've got it back together now, so we're just going to plug it back in. Hopefully you'll see this red light come on down here. If I can get my arms out of the way. Yep, there you go, red light's on. Now we can wiggle this around. Left and right, up and down. And you can see it's staying on now, so good. All fixed. Let's put the TV on, make sure that's still booting up. Turn that light out. Oh, put the TV lead in the back. There you go, it's on and working. All fixed, and if I wiggle this around you can see that it's not turning off, the screen's not going off. Off, so there we go, that's a nice quick fix really. That wasn't too bad, that was a nice simple one. All we need to do now is just put the we'll put the lid back on it. And put the screws back on it. This one I'm just going to keep for myself testing part. I don't want to sell one with all the label ripped off and all the screws, all the feet are missing, all the covers. So yeah, and the memory card slot is missing as well. So that is now going to be my test one. And the one I was previously using to test, which was a pretty good model, I've already got that up for sale anyway. So that's about it. So don't be scared of just taking these apart and seeing if you can fix them and dust them out and clean them. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. If you like watching these kind of videos of just like fixing little bits or even car boot hauls that I sometimes do, Please give us a subscribe, give us a like, leave me a comment, hit the notification bell, get your notifications on, and then you'll see when I upload any more videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.